If you want to build a massive business in your 20s, you have to stop listening to the advice that was designed to keep you safe. Because safe advice creates average results. I'm going to give you the exact 7 lessons I used to build a $100 million portfolio of companies before I even turned 30. And I'm not guessing. I went from a broke immigrant kid in Romania to running a portfolio of boring businesses and a tech company that I took through Y Combinator. I've made the mistakes, I've taken the scars, and I've done the math. So if you're thinking, Alex, I don't have the capital or the connections to do this, trust me, neither did I. And here's why this matters right now. With AI changing the landscape of every single industry on earth, the window to build generational wealth is wider than it's ever been, but it's closing fast. The people who understand how to leverage these 7 lessons are going to dominate the next decade. So stick with me, because at the end of this, I'll give you the one mindset shift that separates the people who stay small from the people who build empires. 7 lessons. I call it the High Achiever Flywheel. Let's go. Number 1, start with what's boring. The first lesson is to stop looking for the sexy idea and to start looking for a boring ass problem. Everyone in their 20s wants to build the next social media app or the next crypto exchange. They want to be the cool kid in the coffee shop. But the best businesses on earth are the ones that nobody wants to start. Don't believe me? Look at Cody Sanchez becoming the Main Street millionaire. Tommy Mello, $400 million in garage doors. I think close to $1 billion exit soon. Warren Buffett, he's investing in hundreds of millions into truck stops. Everyone is building in boring, recession-proof, AI-proof industries. When I started my entrepreneurship journey, I didn't build a consumer brand. I built a restoration company. Water mitigation, mold removal, fire damage. It is literally dirty, unglamorous, but it is incredibly lucrative. While everyone was fighting for pennies in crowded, sexy markets, I was silently building a cash-flowing machine in an industry that most people don't even know exists. And boring businesses have built-in demand because when a pipe bursts in somebody's house, they don't care about your branding. They care about how fast you can fix the problem. Now, the lesson here is simple. Cash flow doesn't care if your business is cool. If you want to build wealth fast, find a boring problem that people are desperate to solve and solve it better than the guy who's been doing it the same way for the past 30 years. Lesson number 2, focus is a weapon. I don't know how to tell you this, but you've been lied to. Your parents, your college professors, the financial gurus on TV, they all tell you to diversify. They tell you spread your risk, have a diverse portfolio. But let me tell you the secret. Nobody ever got highly successful in a short period of time by being diversified. Nobody. Diversification is how you protect wealth. Concentration is how you build it. Look at Elon, for example. He sold his first company, Zip2, for $20 million. And he took all that money and rolled it into PayPal. Then he sold PayPal for $180 million. Instead of diversifying on the stock market, he took it all and rolled it into SpaceX, SolarCity, and Tesla, which all had a common umbrella of saving humanity. The guy's literally becoming a trillionaire by going all in while your college professor is earning 5% a year on his diversified $100,000 portfolio. I see so many young entrepreneurs get a business to $1 million a year, and instead of doubling down, they start a second business or they start day trading. And then suddenly their focus is split and both businesses suffer. If you can keep those blinders on for a decade straight, you will accomplish what takes most people their entire lives. Now, real quick, I put the entire High Achiever Flywheel, including 7 of these lessons, in a free 1-page blueprint. So you can map out your own empire. It's free. Just comment the word empire below and I'll send it to you. Lesson number 3, bet on the one asset that always compounds, you. If there's a book, a course, or a mastermind that can teach me something I don't know, I buy it. Because the fact that you aren't where you want to be means that you have a knowledge gap. If I had the knowledge and the skills of a billionaire, I'd be a billionaire right now. The only reason I'm not is because I'm not good enough yet. I paid for proximity. I literally did what other businesses would do in 25 years in 2 to 3 years. Here's the deal. Logically, what do you think is the highest cash producing asset you own? Here's the reality. It's not real estate. It's not your car. It's not your watch. It's you. Lesson number 4, build the machine, not the grind. There's a toxic culture in entrepreneurship that glorifies hustle. Sleep when you're dead, grind 24/7. I so bought into it early on. I was working 7 days a week, answering every phone call, running every job. I was literally the business. And guess what? I almost burned out completely. The shift happened when I realized that my job wasn't to do the work. My job was to build the machine that does the work. So I started growing companies by focusing on one thing, hiring people to buy back my time. And I became extremely focused on eliminating the need of myself into the day-to-day so that I could focus on the future. So stop wearing burnout like a badge of honor. Design the machine. Do it first, learn it deeply, and then go buy back your time. It will change your life. Lesson number 5, tech enable everything. And this is where the game completely changes. This is how you go from a linear business to an exponential business. At Albi, we don't just use AI to write emails. At Albi, Every single employee is a superstar individual contributor because they're supercharged by AI. My video editing team that edits these videos uses AI to do everything from thumbnail creation, and now they're able to do 10 times the amount of output that they used to be able to do. Our SDRs are using AI to find people to cold call, and they rank those people so that way they could be hyper effective when they pick up the phone and call. Our support agents have an AI bot that pulls up everything about that customer ahead of time and actually even answers the first line of defense questions before a human gets involved. If you want to build a $100 million portfolio, you have to stop trading hours for dollars. You have to build digital leverage. And the way to build the digital leverage is to tech enable the boring. So start getting really good at utilizing tools like Manus and Claude. And if you want to learn more, in the link below, I actually have a video that tells you all of that. Lesson number 6, change your room. You are literally downstream of your inputs. And the single biggest input you control is who's around you and where you are. I was born in a small city in Romania called Craiova. And if I had stayed there, my luck surface area would have been literally 0. My family luckily decided to move to Chicago. And that changed the game for me. I was surrounded by people who thought $200,000 a year businesses was making it. And because I was in that room, my ambition literally shrank to the size of the room. The second I got into rooms with people doing 10 million, 50 million, 100 million, my entire frame of reference just completely shifted. What I thought was a ceiling became the floor. If you want to get into the game, the fastest hack on earth is to physically get into the room where the game is played. Proximity literally collapses the timelines. If you're a shark in the pond, you are literally in the wrong area. You have to constantly seek out rooms where you're the dumbest, poorest person there. And it will be uncomfortable. It will hurt your ego, but it's the fastest way to force yourself to level up. Change the 5 people you spend the most time with and change your inputs. And if you change your inputs, you change your life. And finally, lesson number 7, moonshots only. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it is this. I've built small businesses and I've built massive businesses. And here's the truth. A $100,000 business takes the same exact amount of stress, the same exact amount of sleepless nights, and the same exact amount of gray hairs as a $100 million business. You're going to deal with the employee drama. You're going to deal with the angry customers. You're going to deal with cash flow panics. The pain is the same. So if the pain is the same, why on earth would you want to play for pennies? If you're going to go after something, you might as well go after something huge. You have to give up the good for the great. And if you want to build an 8-figure business, you have to build an 8-figure identity. You have to stretch your internal capacity to handle the pressure of the moonshot. Stop playing small to protect your ego. Take the moonshot. So that's the High Achiever Flywheel. Start with what's boring, focus like a weapon, bet on yourself, build the machine, tech enable the shit out of everything, change your room, and please, promise, moonshots only. And here's the one mindset shift I promised you. The people who stay small spend their time planning. The people who build empires spend their time executing. Your life starts changing the second you stop planning and start taking action. Default to action. If you want the free blueprint, comment empire below and I'll send it to you. And if you want to see exactly how I use AI to run this entire portfolio and build those digital gremlins, I talk about it in this video next. It's the exact playbook, so click the link below and I'll see you on the other side.